when they had eaten breakfast. Now this statement might seem like having no much deep sense or meaning, but after eating, Jesus speaks to Peter after eating, and Jesus many a times speaks to us after eating. And the problem is we don't speak to people after eating, we speak to people before eating. There is a very deep, not a theological but a practical point, practical life point that we want to understand. And I'm in the Gospel of John chapter 21, and it says in verse 15, so when they had eaten breakfast, Jesus said to Simon Peter. Now Jesus is going to reveal something amazing for Peter's life, and he is going to reinstate them after Peter denied Jesus 3 times. Now Jesus has come to give him his charge back, give him to give him the position back, and to tell him to come back to the fold and give him a new revelation about himself and about his mission and about his ministry, and going to tell him very deep things, but only after they had eaten breakfast. You see, Peter, after denying Jesus, he said, I'm giving up. He said, I'm going fishing. In that chapter, he says, I'm going fishing, and the other disciples said, I'm going fishing as well. But all night they toiled and they didn't catch anything. In the morning, Jesus said, throw the net on the other side. They caught a lot of fish. They came to the shore. Jesus was already preparing a breakfast for them. Jesus prepared a breakfast. They had breakfast, and after breakfast, Jesus is speaking to Peter. Why? You see, brothers and sisters, many a times when we have physical struggles, when we have physical needs, when we are going through the difficult times of our life, many a times we are going and preaching and not looking at the real needs of the people. And you can take it at a very, very simple level. Very, very simple level. I am learning from this, and I have learned over the years. If I want to speak or talk about something very important with my wife, I have to make sure that she has eaten. I have to make sure that she has had her breakfast. I'm a chef, so my wife got a gift from the Lord that I cook all the meals, and I make sure that she has had breakfast or dinner or whatever. And when she says hungry, I'm hungry, it's a sign for me. I have to arrange something very quickly and then get into a deep conversation. What Jesus is simply understanding human psychology. The people you are called to minister to, how are you going and ministering to them? Are their stomachs empty? Are their fridges empty? Are their households empty? Are they going through physical needs and struggles or whatever? And we have to come to that. And even if I'm not talking about, not necessarily I am talking about giving them something physical to eat, but before you can give them a deliverance, before you can give them a revelation, before you can explain to them the scriptures, before you can give them the depth of the Bible or the verses that you have to teach to them, you have to just sit with them and maybe not even give them physical food, but maybe spiritually nourish them and ask them where they are. Let them speak and let them talk and let them share. And previously, my way of preaching was that I took the Bible and I was going and I was hammering on people's head, and many people could not digest it, because you see, they were going through their own motions and their own difficulties and their own hardships. And Peter, has worked all night, he has toiled all night, he's caught no fish, he's so tired and he's hungry, and the other disciples as well. And Peter would not have been ready to accept and embrace what the Lord is going to teach him or to tell him if they had not relaxed a little bit, if they had not eaten. And the Lord is teaching us, as He taught me, to feed others. And many a times, not once, not twice, but many, many, many times, the Lord put on my heart, I had to preach, and I had a small home group, maybe 15, 20 people. But I would spend even 2 days doing shopping and cooking for them, so that after the message, they would eat. Like many times, Jesus, after preaching, He would feed them. So food has a really important part in ministry, and we learn it that Jesus here is doing the same, and that's what the Lord calls us to do as well. And sometimes it's tiring to cook for others, and we might be thinking, sometimes I thought as well, why take so much effort in cooking a meal for someone? But in taking that effort and cooking for someone, you're taking of their care of their physical need, and that opens the door to take care of their spiritual needs. And what we are learning here is not only about food. Food is a part of it. Let's take care of people's. That's what the Lord is telling me. Let's take care of people's physical needs as well as their spiritual needs. Now, sometimes you might not be able to take care of the physical needs yourself, but maybe you can help them in other ways. You can maybe show them a path. Maybe, just be open to that idea. Just be concerned about that, and feed the people, not only spiritually but physically as well. So in our conversations, when we're talking about the scriptures, and most of my conversations are about scriptures and about God and all that, we have to make sure that there's some food, maybe spiritual, physical, whatever, so that we are nourishing and encouraging people. And let's encourage each other. And you can encourage me simply by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, so that together we can take the gospel to the utmost parts of the world. And now Jesus has fed Peter. What is he going to say to him? It's going to be a question that is going to be so revolutionary for you and me as well, if we really understand it. Let's look at that question in our next video, which is coming up just right now. God bless you.